everybody. I want you to know that I have literally done this fucking intro 17, 11 times. Just to fucking get it right. I just want to make sure, I don't really do this. I'm more of an IG live type of bitch, but whatever, we're here. I just wanted to welcome everybody to my very unused YouTube page. It's kind of hard for me to like sit down and do a video and take time out of my day to do a video and shit. And I know most people want, oh, can you please do a video? Can you please do a video? Can you do a tutorial and shit like that? And it's just like, I kind of feel like if y'all want a tutorial and stuff like that, y'all definitely can take a class. But, you know, I digress. I'm gonna really definitely try to make more YouTube videos just because I know YouTube helps. I know a lot of you nail techs or people period have gone to YouTube University for a lot of the stuff that you guys have had because maybe money is tight or whatever. So I was like, I understand how people could utilize YouTube to the best of their abilities to just basically get their business up and running and stuff. But at the same time, I have to find the time really to sit down and do it because between classes, clients, press-ons, and all different types of shit, I'm definitely always trying to make sure that I'm able to reach out to people and all different types of stuff. And so, that just that. So I had a conversation. Well, no. I had a DM from a girl, like last week, and she hit me up and she basically was like saying that she was discouraged from doing nails, and she picked it up and she stopped and she started, and she just, she's just in a funk. She doesn't really know, like she knows she loves doing nails, but she's just in a funk right now about doing nails. And it's like, a lot of us Instagram people can relate, like can have been discouraged, have stopped and started and all types of stuff. And I know that it looks like a lot of people, like now recently I just hit 100K on Instagram. Woo-woo, shout out to my followers. I hit 100K on Instagram and other stuff like that, and it's like I'm still a regular person. Like I'm still a regular person. Like, but I know that a lot of people who are IG famous or whatever like that have tons and tons of people hitting them up trying to figure out how did you get started and all different types of stuff. And and everybody has a story, but I know that a lot of people make it seem like they just woke up one day and just became popping, and that's not the case, or at least that's not the case in my case. I definitely did not wake up popping on the gram. Like I fought tooth and nail for every fucking follower that I have, like from Instagram followers definitely to my clients that I have. So I have literally fought tooth and nail, and I didn't wake up just popping on Instagram. And I think that that's the misconception that people give off. Not even the misconception that people have, the misconception that people give off on Instagram with a lot of followers, that they just woke up fucking diamond necklaces on, jeweled up, Louis bag down, like all of that stuff like that. And it's just like, bitch, you definitely came from the beauty supply store, lip gloss with the bags, with the clear bag. Like, come on now. We didn't all wake up popping on the gram like that, you know what I'm saying? Some people probably more fortunate than others, but me definitely not. I know a lot of people see like, oh, she's booked for months. She's booked for months, and everybody wants her, and her clients get crazy stuff. She probably gets $300 a set. No, that's definitely not the case. I do not charge my clients a whole bunch of money. I don't hit them over the head with money and stuff like that. And I try not to hit anybody up over the head with prices when it comes to a lot of stuff, because that's just my humble way. That's just the way that I see fit to do stuff. But I've been doing nails for 8 years. After nail school, straight into nail salons. First shop that I worked at, the manager of the nail salon part, because it was a full service salon. She was not very nice to me. She was not very nice, and I kind of thought it was hazing. So when I was finished with nail school, I was 20. So I had just turned 20 in February. February 1st, I'm an Aquarius. Woo. Um, just turned 20, and then started working in a shop in April. So I was still 20. So the shop that I went to, I was the youngest person. I was working in the shop. I was the youngest person working in the shop. So I'm thinking I'm super excited. I'm super passionate, full with lots of eagerness to learn and just to be there. And I really, really, really love nails so much. So it's like I kind of like overly was excited about working in the shop, and it just was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought that the nail techs that was there was going to be full of camaraderie and take me in their loving arms and tell me the ways and, further my learning with nails. Nope. The lady who was the head of the nail portion, she was not very nice to me, and she was like calling me different names, like, oh, my name is Naya, and she was like, oh, Mia, and shit like that. And like when I asked a question, she was like, duh. And then like, just certain things that it just wasn't cool. I felt very unappreciated. And then she actually left, and then I was cool, and then she was coming back, and I had to quit because I could not be around her anymore. And I'm still 20 is still technically a baby, you know what I'm saying? And like this was the second job that I had ever had. I worked from 18 to 19. I worked at Target in Snellville. I'm in Georgia, so if anybody needs to know, I'm in Georgia. So I worked at Target in Snellville, and I fucking hated it. I did not want to be told what to do and have like I just hated it. I just fucking hated the crazy client, the crazy customers. I hated standing up on my feet for fucking hours. I got big ass titties. My back is hurting. I'm hungry. It just was too much. I hated it so much. So going to nail school was a relief, and I'm thinking like, oh, this is something that I love, so I'm gonna go to a nail salon and I'm gonna love it. And it just wasn't what I expected it to be. I'm doing a 45-minute pedicure. Like they taught me in school. I'm doing an hour full set like they taught me. Well, I'm lying. I was not doing an hour full set. I was doing like a 3-hour full set. But I'm still learning and I'm fresh out of school. But no, everything in the salon is time. Like if I'm doing a 45-minute pedicure, I gotta cut it down to 20 minutes. If I'm doing 3-hour full set, gotta cut it down to an hour. Like, and it just was, instead of like helping me as to, tell me what to do, the tricks and the trades of how I had to do it, I just got thrown to the wolves. But I didn't really appreciate it or like it because of the way that I was thrown to the wolves. So I ended up leaving that shop, going to another salon. I went to a salon where I was the only nail tech. Me and my best friend, Shanae, started working there. Shout outs to my boo, Nay. Meet Miss Lee on Instagram. That's my bitch, best friend. Me and her, we started working at ALD Salon. We was in Reading, so I went from Stonecrest to Reading. So if you know about Georgia, that's close in proximity. It's around the corner from each other. So started working there, and I was not making any money. My friend Shani, shout out to Shani Styles on Instagram. She told me about the shop. I got hired, and me and the owner became pretty cool, and we hit it off, and he was doing anything that I was asking him to do, and he believed in me being a good nail tech and stuff, and my skills was really, really good, but I wasn't making any money. Like the other stylist that was there wasn't really throwing me no clients like that. I was pretty shy, so I wasn't about to stand on a corner, pass out flyers and shit. It just was not going well for me. So I ended up getting the opportunity to work at Tiny's Nail Salon in Stockbridge. Again, if you're in Georgia, you know where that's at. It's my lash blow. Whatever. Started working at there. So I was basically working part-time at both places. So I work in the morning at ALD, and then in the evenings at Tiny's Nail Salon. I ended up loving the camaraderie that I had there. Shout out to Kamaya. Shout outs to Precious. Rest in peace to Precious. And I ended up loving working there, and it was kind of slow, but I was making more money at Tiny's than I was at ALD. So I guess the owner of ALD started to feel some type of way that I was working both places, so it was kind of some tension there. So long story short, I had such success at Tiny's, I ended up getting the opportunity to do tips nails. Um, did tips nails, gave him a manicure and a pedicure. It was really cool. He was really, really nice. It was a nice time. Like, and again, I got to do Kamaya's nails, Precious's nails. Like, it was nice. And they was talking about taking it on another level and just all of this different stuff that they was talking about that was going to happen, and then it burned down. I don't know how. Please do not ask me. Everybody asks me, "Oh, how did it burn down?" I don't know. So whatever speculations everybody has, that's on you. But Naya does not know shit. That's just that. It ended up burning down, and then when I ended up going back to ALD full time, the owner was like, "Oh, you done being Hollywood? Your place burned down, da da da." Just all this stuff and just being real petty, and I couldn't understand how you was being so petty towards me when I literally was like, if I wasn't doing nails, I started like being. Like, we would sit and talk all day, and he, like, did faxes for people. When he wasn't there, I did faxes for people, acting as, sitting in the front, acting as a receptionist for people and shit. And it's just like, how dare you try to tell me, like, oh, I was acting Hollywood because I was working at another place that I was making money at, when I was still paying booth rent, taking my money from that place, from Tiny's, and coming over here and paying my fucking booth rent. I didn't have to do that because I wasn't really in that motherfucker like that. But ended up, he felt the tension. I didn't like that he felt that way, and I did. So this is 3 shops now. 3 shops from April. Shit, I wasn't even working at Tiny's for a month. I don't even think. I probably was working at Tiny's for a month. Let's say a month. Let's say 2. I was working at Tiny's for 2 months. So April started at the shop at Stonecrest. Wasn't there for 3 months. Then started working at ALD. Wasn't working there for that long either. Then started working at Tiny's, and I wasn't working that long either. You want to say hello? It's my mom. Thank you, mommy. Wasn't working there that long either. So this is like from the spring to the summer. So when I was done working there, where did I go after Tiny's? After I quit ALD?
What about the barbershop?
Okay, boom. Thank you. So a girl who I had been cool with, no. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So a girl that I had been real cool with. Okay, no, boom. So in between going into a next salon to try to find a salon, I ended up traveling to my client's house. I ended up meeting some clients at Tiny's and then doing that. So I ended up traveling to people's houses and going from house to house and stuff like that. Now that's not really always the best thing when you travel, especially me being new. I'm like, all right, just throw me some gas money and I'll just come through. First of all, my prices were already dirt cheap. Like, I'm talking $20 for a pet, $25 for a full set with like all 10 designs. And I'm not talking no marble Asian salons that they was doing. I'm talking about SpongeBob and Hello Kitty type shit. Or like $40 and like bling and like all types of special designs and stuff. So it was like, I'm already dirt cheap, and then I'm just saying, like, throw me some money for that. But again, my mom, she was holding me down. She was paying for everything for us, paying rent, all the bills and everything at the time. So that was fine. So as I'm traveling and stuff, my little car breaks down and I don't have a car. Excuse me. I don't have a car. So another girl that I worked at, shout outs to LaQuite. We went to cosmetology school together. She put me on at the barbershop at Morehouse's campus. We started working there. She was doing the hair and I was doing the nails, and then she stopped working there, and then I had to find my way all the way from Loganville to Atlanta to work at the barbershop. So it was like when I get there, college students are cheap as fuck, and then of course they can just walk to the West End and go get their nails done by the Asian. So I can't cap off the money that I'm making it, and then I'm paying booth rent it just was too much. Just I wasn't making blueprint. I wasn't making enough money. It just was bad. But luckily, shout out to Green who was the either the owner or the manager at the barbershop at Morehouse. He was like fucking with me, like, pay when you can, do what you can, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, all right, cool. So boom, ended up not being able to work there because of the car transportation situation. Ended up working at this lady's house on Cascade Road on Saturdays. Shout outs to Choice. Started working there on some Saturdays, and then I was making pretty decent money until ended up getting some counterfeit money and transportation. I was living in Loganville, going all the way to Cascade Road. And it was only like a 1 day thing, like 1 day a week. Like I was literally there on a Saturday when she was booming out the trap, like, doing makeup and stuff like that. So that was that, and that quickly ended. Boom. So then I'm back to traveling, doing people's nails. I'm encountering all type of shit. Literally, I live in Loganville, so I'm traveling Stockbridge, Jonesboro, Morrow, the city, Stone Mountain. I'm traveling all of these places, going all these places, and and then I take forever to do the nails. So I'm taking forever to do the nails, and it's just like, okay, so you take it forever, literally all day, and only making is like, what, $50-$60 a client? And you're doing one client all day, so it just became not enough money for that. Fast forward, I ended up going to work in Lawrenceville at this Jamaican lady's place, where I met Camille. Shout out to Camille. Me and her became very close, and she was older than me, and she kind of took me under her wing and showed me different things, and sped up my time with doing acrylic and stuff. But I don't know, for some odd reason, it didn't seem like the owner, which wasn't Camille, I can't remember her name, but the Jamaican lady that owned the shop, she just was rude to me. Me and her, we was cool at first, and then I guess I started doing little things that she didn't really like. But to me, it kind of seemed as if she was jealous. But it's just like, how you jealous of me? One, you older than me, you own this shop, and I work here. How you jealous of the worker? So I couldn't really understand that. So I just me and her ended up having, like, I don't know, it just was tension. It just was so much tension. But that year I got the opportunity to go do the Bronner Brothers show with Choice. Choice was doing it for makeup and selling her clothes and all types of stuff, and she asked me to do it for the nails. So I asked Camille to go, and I think that started me and the Jamaican ladies tension with each other, or why she was upset that it was only the three of us working, and either she was upset because I asked Camille to go and not her, or she got upset because I took, like, the both of us was not gonna work when she was working. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, but that started that. But as I was at Bronner Brothers, okay, now pause. So before I went to Bronner Brothers, my best friend Lavonda, shout outs to her, cousin is Tierra Monet. Tierra, Lavonda, we all grew up with each other, whatever like that. But Lavonda is her cousin, and that's my best friend. So she was like saying Lavonda kept saying how I should come up to New York to work at Tierra's place. So she's gonna need a nail tech where she's at. So she kept saying that, putting that in my head. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. Maybe I'll come. So that was that. Back to Bronner Brothers. I'm at the Bronner Brothers show, and I don't know, for some odd reason, I'm thinking that me and Camille was going to be doing nails together, but they was like, no, that I needed to bring another person just to promote me while we're at the show so I can bring people in. So I miscommunicated, misreceived on my end, because I definitely thought that that's what was going on, but that's not what it was. And Camille ended up helping me, get clients for the day. So whatever I was paid for the day, I gave Camille some money because I felt bad. So I wasn't at the show doing a whole bunch of people's nails and stuff. It was just like little twos and fews here and there and things like that. But I was walking around and I was talking to people and mingling, and I had just met so many people, and everybody kept telling me, oh my God, we need these nails in New York. You gotta come to New York. You gotta come to New York. So I'm like, maybe I should go to New York. So when I went back, so once Brawling Brothers was over, I went to the shop in Lawrenceville and I quit. So quitting the shop in Lawrenceville, went home. I told my mom that I want to go to New York, back to New York to do nails. I'm like, Lavonda is telling me that I should just come and work a Tiara spot. And without talking to Tiara, just, on a whim, I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going to go up there. So I end up going to New York. While I'm in New York and I'm thinking that I'm going to, start working for Tiara, I didn't really communicate that with her again, just going on a whim. And she ended up not needing the nail tech. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my bad because I packed my shit to come up here and I didn't talk to her before ahead of time, which I thought it was gonna be a good opportunity, but I didn't talk to her. So okay, whatever, boom. So I'm in New York and I'm kind of feeling real bad that I just dropped everything. I wasn't really making that much money or having that much clientele while I was in Georgia, and this is all within my first year of doing nails. So now this is 5 shops that I've been at, and it just wasn't really working out, and I just was in a slump. So I'm like, okay, maybe a change of scenery would do it. So I stayed in New York. I ended up staying in New York, and found a shop to work at while I was in New York. So I went and I worked in Brooklyn. Now I'm from the Bronx, but I was born and raised in New York. I moved to Georgia when I was 5 years old. And everybody's like, oh, you still got that accent. But literally every summer vacation, spring break, holiday, I was back in New York. So I consider myself, born and happily raised in New York and then happily raised in Georgia. When I went back to New York, I was older now. So I'm about to be 21. I'm not really understanding what the fuck the beef is between people from the Bronx and people from Brooklyn. So with me not really knowing that, what I'm saying, I'm doing I'm trying to do the best that I can. I moved from I was living at my Aunt Dottie's house in the Bronx, and I was traveling 2 hours on a train to Brooklyn in New York. Now, if you're not from New York, 2 hours seems like a lot for a commute on a train to go back and forth to work. I'm spending 4 hours on a train. If you're not from New York, so you don't understand that. But to everybody in New York, that's pretty fucking standard, you know what I'm saying? So it was okay, but it was just crazy to me that this is what was going on. So I'm traveling, and then it would be like days that I would be in the shop. I would get to the shop, and the shop will be closed. Nobody told me anything, so it's like I have to spend another 2 hours. So I spent 2 hours to get there, and I get there and the shit is closed. Nobody's coming, and I got to spend the 2 hours get back. So it was just shit like that. And then like the owner was cool. She was very, very nice. But at the time, this was what, 2012, 2013. If you've been to New York, nails was dirt cheap at the local salons. I'm not gonna keep calling it Asian shops, which I know what the fuck I mean. It's dirt cheap. I could have got my nails done in the Bronx, $15 with full 10 nail designs with the marble and shit for $15. I'm sorry, probably $17 on Wednesday or some shit like that. So I'm not incompetent. I can't compete with that. And I'm not charging $17. First of all, I was working too slow. It was still taking me 3 hours to do acrylic. It was still taking me 3 hours to do acrylic nails. And it just wasn't conducive to me for me to be that freaking cheap. But I'm thinking if I'm doing the popping designs and everybody telling me like, oh, all the people who were telling me to go to New York, that it would have balanced out, but it just didn't. So while I'm in New York and I'm working hard and I'm busting my ass to try to do these nails, I'm even trying to do like little nail parties and stuff and do private nails and things like that. My mom ends up losing her job. We ended up getting evicted. So we get evicted. My mom ends up moving in with my cousin, her cousin. Yeah, her cousin. And I just feel so bad. I'm just feeling so low because I'm just like, I need to be able to take care of my mom. I need to be able to help my mom. And it's just like, I couldn't get a grip on it. And then, me and my My grandmother started having little issues going back and forth, and we're having a falling out and things like that. So I just felt like being in New York, it was it was a low point for me because one, I wasn't with my mom. Two, I couldn't make the money that I needed to get a bearings on what the situation was going on, and while my mom was in Georgia. And then, I was struggling in New York a little bit. Like, they would be like, "Oh, go pass out flyers." And have you ever you ever been to New York? You try to fucking talk to somebody on the street and rush them past you. They fucking, trying to hand flyers out to people. They taking them crumbling up before my fucking eyes on the floor and stuff. So it's like like, that's a shock to your ego. That's a shock to your ego. Like, I'm handing you my hard-earned flyer that I made. Look at it. And they just fucking walk on by. Like, or they try, like I'm trying to give them AIDS or something. Like, I'm trying to hand you a flyer so you can get your nails done so I can pay my fucking bills. Like, so it just became too much. It just became too much. And it's like, not being able to get the clients. I remember, like, I was sitting in the back and I had a client and she wanted a gel manicure. And I'm talking to her and she's like, oh, she's Jamaican or Caribbean. They'll say Caribbean because I'm not sure if she's Jamaican. Or where you from? Oh, I'm from the Bronx. Ugh, disgusting. You're from the Bronx? I don't, people in Brooklyn don't like people from the Bronx. I'm just like, what the fuck is... This is fucking New York. Like, what is the problem? Like, I don't understand. But she, said that. And then she's like, well, at least are you Caribbean? I'm like, no, I'm American. Oh, God, you're American. There's nothing worse than a person that's American from the Bronx. It's so nasty. But I was getting that energy a lot of the times. Like, a lot of the clients, we don't fuck with the Bronx. We don't fuck with the Bronx. And again, this is something new to me. I don't understand what the fuck the issue is. It's like, and then it's like, they didn't come back. So, like, are y'all offended that I'm from the Bronx? Like, what was it? So, it was just a lot of different things. So, it's like, working in between, and working in a shop that was in between two nail salons. It's just me. If I was busy, and if it was a Friday and I was busy and people was walking in and trying to get their nails done, I couldn't take all of these people. So I'm having to turn down clients. But that was only on 2 days. So Fridays and Saturdays I was busy. I was busy, after 3 o'clock. And then the rest of the week I probably was taking a client a day, if that. And I was doing commission. So I was literally spending, I'm giving her half of what I make. Well, not half, but I'm giving her, 40% of what I'm making, and I really wasn't making any money. So, for Shanae's birthday, we talked about her 21st birthday. We talked about me coming down for the weekend for her birthday. So I took the bus back down to Georgia for her birthday, and I bought my shit. So when I did, I posted on Instagram that I was coming back from New York, and then, if I was traveling around, if people wanted their nails done. Well, I must have made $400 that weekend doing nails, traveling back and forth to do nails. And that was like the most money that I had ever made in a weekend doing nails. So it just was lit. But I think it was because I moved, I moved to New York for a little bit. So it was like, when you're not there, like, as soon as I moved to New York, I'm getting mad people texting my phone, oh my God, can I get my nails done? I like to book an appointment. I'm like, I'm in New York. Like, and everybody's like, well, when are you coming back? So when I finally did come back, I got kind of put on. So my friend Kia, shout out to Kia, Diamond Kitty on Instagram, yeah. So I did her nails before I moved to New York. When I came back, did her nails. She kind of put me in contact with her best friend. And her best friend put me in contact with Kelsey, Rashida's stepdaughter. And me and Kelsey became very close. And then I got the opportunity to do Rashida's nails. And then after I did Kelsey's nails, this Instagram popular rapper girl named Pink Bitch hit me up. And so the whole weekend, I'm just doing everybody's nails and getting the money. And then it's not even only just the money, they're posting me up on Instagram and they're tagging me. So this was at the time when you ain't have to, where bitches didn't have the big heads and you didn't have to do promotion and shit like that. So, getting tagged by Kelsey, getting tagged by Rashida, getting tagged by Pink Bitch, like, my page was going haywire. So now I'm making the clients back. So when I went back to New York, I had to quit because now I'm not making it here. And they kept telling me, oh, just wait till the summer, just wait till the summer. I'm like, T-Mobile is not going to wait till the summer. Electric is not going to wait till the summer. Like, bills are not going to wait till the summer for me to say, hey, can I put my bills on pause, and my mom we still don't have a place. And I have to make this money. I have to help my mom. Me and my mom got to do what we got to do. So I quit. Moving from New York. Moved from New York, moved back down, stayed with our cousin for a little bit, and I'm hustling. I'm traveling around to people's houses because we was living at my cousin's house, so I couldn't do nails at my cousin's house. And I didn't have no shop that I was going to because I was over the shop situation. Bouncing around. I'm traveling, going to different people, I'm going to different people doing their nails, and I'm running my name up out in the streets. Like, I'm just doing it. So then eventually, we ended up getting enough money. My mom got a job. We ended up getting enough money, and we ended up moving into the house. Boom. So then I'm telling my mom, she's like, well, why don't you just work from home? And I'm like, I don't want to work from home. Actually, I was working from home before when I stopped working at the place in Lawrenceville. And I told her I didn't want to work from home because I didn't think people was going to come, but ended up working from home. That started working, and then that's when I went to New York after the Bronner Brothers thing, and then came back, and that's when she went, while I was in New York, we got evicted, so whatever. So when we got the new house, we ended up getting a space in the house for me to do nails and things like that, so I'm starting to do nails from the house now. So I'm doing nails from the house, and it's going pretty good. Now I'm getting out there a little bit more, and, life is going back to the way that it was. Excuse me. Life is going back to the way it was, and everything was pretty decent. But moving into that house, my mom ends up losing her job again. Now, well, not again, but a different job. Matter of fact, no, they was doing layoffs. I think she got laid off. I'm not sure. Whatever. So mom ends up losing her job. Can't pay our rent. My money is not enough to cover it. Gotta move again. So we ended up moving. I ended up staying with my best friend, Shanae, for a little bit. Worked out of her house. Shout outs to my auntie Monique, who is her mom. She allowed me to stay and work. So work there. And then we get on our feet, get another place. My best friend, Bree. Shout out to my Bree. Me, her, and my mom end up getting a place together, moving in. From there, I don't know what the fuck happened, but we ended up having to leave that place. Moved into another place. After that place, had to go, find a place, had to move again. And it just was like, we was like in a bad spell. Like, it was like a nightmare because we could not stay. We couldn't keep a house, and it just was bad. Like, it was just so bad because it's like we're finding ourselves homeless again, and it's just like we're not getting the bearings on it, and I'm just feeling so bad because, and then some, my best friend is just like, well, why don't you, my other best friend in New York, shout out to Luana, it's just like, why don't you just get a regular job? And I'm just like, I'm too passionate about nails to quit, and it's just like, I can't. I love doing nails so much, and it's just like, this is going to pan out for us one day. And my mom is like, I don't want you to get a regular job. Like, I'll get the regular job. Like, I'll do what I have to do for us so you can stay on your dream. And I'm just like, I'm appreciative. So one particular year, if you have been my client for a long time, I probably moved 3 times. Same year, back to back. Boom, boom, boom. We probably stayed at each house for about 3 or 4 months. Move. So I'm just like, man, now at this point, I'm just like, fuck this nail shit. Maybe I should just get a regular job. Maybe I should just get a regular job so we can, like, stay afloat, because I cannot have my mom fucked up like that. Like, I can't have my mom fucked up. And, whatever it made her feel, I won't really talk about that, but it's like, it was about me. Like, it's me and my mom. Like, me and my mom, my father passed away when I was 2. So it's been me and my mom. I'm the only child on my mother's side. I have a brother on my father's side. But it's just been me and my mother. So it's like, whatever we was going through, and I'm just getting discouraged like shit, like discouraged because it's just like I'm not making enough money. Then at one point, not even that, I'm switching products, I'm not knowing what products to use. The nails is popping off like after a couple of days. Fuck a week. It was like popping off after a couple of days, and the clients nail, they're not coming back. And then I'm running specials here and there, and it's like, because the specials are so cheap, people coming but they're not coming back. I'm not retaining clients that's able to maintain, and it just wasn't good. I just was going through a funk, and it's just like, as much as I love doing nails, it was like, it just really was not working out. It just was not working out. And I can laugh about that shit now, but that shit back then was not funny. Like, not being able to work at a shop because my pride, and I don't want to work around people who's going to be making me feel some type of way. Clients' nails not lasting. That might be a bad reputation on my end. Having to be cheap, fighting with clients about my prices and shit. It just was bad. It just was bad. And then not being able to stay steady or stay at a steady place, like, it just was bad. And I just felt, defeated. I felt horrible. Like, maybe I'm going to have to quit to do nails. Like, maybe I'm going to have to do something else because this is just not working for me. And it's like, my mom just kept pushing me. Like, I don't want you to stop doing nails. Like, I want you to keep going, keep going. Ended up having to move back to my best friend Nate's house. And I remember her uncle came. Like, I was working in the living room, and I remember her uncle came over. He was staying the weekend there, and I had a client, and I guess they was like smoking in the living room. Not my best friend, but like the uncle and her brother and stuff. And I love them to death, but the living room just smelled like smoke, and it just was horrible. And I don't know, this day was just so bad. But my client Jade, who has been my client for 6 years now. Shout out to Jade. She came and she was getting her nails done, and I just was feeling so low. It just smelled like such smoke, and you know what I'm saying? I'm in somebody else's house, so I can't tell them what to do in their house, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they were like smoking, and you know what I'm saying, I just felt low. Like, at no point in time did I ever feel out of place at my best friend's house, but it wasn't my house. It wasn't my mom. It wasn't our rules, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just felt so bad, like, that there was smoke in the living room, and I couldn't say anything about it, and my friend has to get her nails done in the smoke, and she was just like, are you okay? And I just could not hold it in, and I just burst into tears, like, I'm so sorry. And by the way, Jade has been a writer. What? Yes, you could come in. It's Robin, everybody. Jade has been a writer for me. She is the definition of a loyal ass client. Me and her have been tight for 6 years. She has literally traveled to me every fucking place that I have been at. And I appreciate that more than she will ever know. But, she let me cry to her that day, and I just felt so defeated. Like, I just want to be in our own space and just, I just want to get my shit together. So that was like the turning point for me. Like, I just was continuously going hard, trying different things for everybody. And I appreciate all of the ladies who have fucked with me and been my clients since I was at Charnay's house. And I have, shout outs to Betty Bang, shout outs to Bria, shout outs to Misha, shout outs to Kelsey, just shout outs to everybody. Shouts out to Kia, like everybody who was with me when I was in that space. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're still my clients to this day, and I just appreciate them so much more. But it's like, people go through shit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody looks at the fact that you have all of these Instagram followers, or you're booked and busy and things like that, and it's just like, I've gone through the struggle, been homeless, been, I actually had another time when I'm not going to say her name, but I'll say she's a manager to somebody very popular on Instagram, and she used to own a boutique. Um, she called me to get her nails done. She called me on the phone to get her nails done, and I was super, super, super excited. So I'm like, this will probably be a good break for me and things like that. So she called me. She wants to get her nails done, and then they was also thinking about getting a nail tech at the store at the boutique. So I'm like, okay, that's really cool. So she's like, well, I want to test you out first, and I want to get my nails done. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she's like, how much? At the time, I was running a special, and the special was $55 full set with two bling nails and unlimited nail art. And then it was $35 for the fill-in, two bling nails, unlimited nail art. So I told her $35 for the special. She said, oh, okay. And she said, well, I need you to travel to me. So I told her, excuse me, it would be $20. It would be $20 for me to travel to her. So I said 55 in total, 35 for the nails, 20 for the travel fee. She said $55. I said, yes, ma'am. She said $55. I said, yes, ma'am. She said $55 for me to get my nails done. I've never paid $55 a day in my life. And I've gone to Celebrity Nail Tech in LA. And I've never paid $55. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I'm like, okay, so she's like, yeah, that's just too much, but I'll think about it and then I'll, get back to you. But it's like you own a boutique in the heart of the city where you're selling all types of clothes. You got all types of badass Instagram bitches, posting for your stuff. Like your brand is hot, it's out there. You got money, you riding around in expensive cars. Your man got money, supposedly. This is the flex that you're putting out on the gram. But you're going to sit here and tell me you never paid $55 for your nails? I'm offering a fill-in $35 with two bling nails, Swarovski crystals, and unlimited nail art, and you're gonna tell me $55 was a lot? Fuck the 20 for the travel fee. $35 for nails is a lot of money, and you sell phone cases for $60? Okay, that was a big shot to my ego, because I'm just like, how is it that you, as a businesswoman, a black businesswoman, will try to put me down? So cool, didn't do it. Her assistant ended up booking me anonymously because I didn't know it was her, and I ended up going to do her nails. She wasn't the nicest when I got there to the store. She was not the nicest. Everybody in the store was really nice, though. She was not the nicest person. And I remember when I was finished with her nails, after it took me a while to do, she said that it wasn't exactly what she wanted, but she showed me a picture of what she wanted, and I mimicked just that. So it was what it was, but she said she loved them, so that was cool. When I was leaving, I'm going down after her husband helped me take my stuff downstairs. I'm leaving out. I remember my mom and Bree was in the car, and we was about to go to Locust Grove to my grandparents' house. So they was waiting on me. They was picking me up. Mama D was outside of the store with her dog, chasing the dog. So it was, a little bit of whatever going on with that. And then she comes to give me the money, and she has cash in her hand. She literally peels off two 20s and a 5 and hands it to me and says, here you go, thank you so much. I told you $55. Why are you giving me $45? I was so pissed at the moment. I snatched the fucking money and just walked out. And she was like, I'm going to hit you up, girl. I'm going to hit you up. Please don't. So she ended up hitting me up because they was having auditions for nail techs that she wanted to work at the boutique. And she called me and was like, why are you not here? First of all, I didn't know about it. So she's like, why are you not here? She's like, oh my God, when you did my nails last time, everybody loved them so much. They kept asking about you. Oh, they want you to work here. You embody everything that we got going on. Your style is really, really good. We want you to work here. And when I was telling, when, one of my celebrity friends asked about you, and when I told her that you worked from home or that you traveled to people's houses, she was like, ew, like, she needs to be in a shop. She doesn't need to be, you don't need to be traveling to people's houses. So I was thinking that you would work here for 3 days. You could work here the weekend. And then, if you want to work on Sundays, you can work Thursday, Friday, Saturdays. And then if you want to work on Sundays, you can. And I would probably charge you $110 for booth rent, and we can go from there. But celebrities come in and out of my store all the time. You'll be good and all this stuff like that. And I'm just like, excuse me. At the time, $110 for 3 days for booth rent. It's not really. That was really in my budget. I didn't really like that. So that's $400 a month for booth rent that I'm paying. So I wasn't really feeling that at all, because it's, huh?
I'm sorry, that was a child.
It's okay. So I'm not really feeling the fact that, that's how you're trying to play me like that. Long story short, I felt like she was trying to downplay everything that I was doing to try to make me feel like I definitely should work at her store. But the way that she was coming at me, it just wasn't really nice. And I felt like you're a successful businesswoman and you're downplaying me. And it's just like, why? I had encountered a whole bunch of, Instagram people, famous rappers, baby moms acting crazy and stuff like that. And it's just like, that was another time. And then it's like the Instagram thing came through and it started booming, booming, booming. And now people is like requiring you, oh, can you do my nails for promotion? You just do my nails, do whatever you want, and I'll post them on my page, but you're going to do them for free. And at the time, I couldn't grasp that because I need money. So I'm just like, I don't really want to do that. So I'm getting a lot of people hitting me up for things like that, but it's just like now I'm on my way to being popping. So it's like I'm, at the time I don't have the K behind my followers, but I've got 7,000, 8,000 followers. So I'm building my following up. So I'm just like, no. But I ended up doing a couple. I did Annihilator. She was really, really good. But everybody thought she was in Houston, so I didn't get any clients from that. And who else did I do after that? Some reggae artist, but she lied about everything that she had going on, so I didn't get no followers from that. And that was that. So then we ended up moving from my best friend's house. I got my clientele. Everything is going good. We moved into the house that we're in now. We've been here 3 years and everything has been cool. So struggling to build, maintain the clientele and things like that, and just on my books. I'm encountering all types of bullshit. I've had this girl when I was doing a special for $60, she bought me $30, and then tried to say that she didn't like her nails, and then didn't bring me back the $30. Her mother said that she didn't like her nails and think that her nails was appropriate for $60. And I've encountered damn near anything that you can think about, and gone through lows and highs, and highs and lows. But at the time, it was just like it was a lot of lows. But what changed was, I ended up doing Tokyo Vanity's nails. So shout outs to her. On, what was it? It was like the end of 2017. And I did her nails for promotion. And she dropped a lot of gems on me to do about how to do celebrities' nails or Instagram famous people's nails for promotion. She dropped a lot of gems, and she took my following up to the K's. So it was really, really good for me, and I was appreciative of that. And she was a very nice person. She was an amazing person. I would never, trade my time with her. My appointment with her was great. It was amazing. And from there, I just started to progress. And as I started to progress, my books were just booking up fast. I'm posting up my appointments that I have available, and they're gone within an hour. I have about 70 slots that I have for the month, and they're gone within an hour that I'm posting them up. And then now my content that I'm creating, I'm doing the crazy ass nails. The nails getting longer, wilder designs, and just all types of stuff. And now I'm able to charge more. So I'm charging more, and my clientele is just gaining up, and then my Instagram followers gaining up, and then I got posted on the Shade Room and for the Rugrat nails that I did, and that started making my following go crazy, and just staying down and just making sure that I was posting up the content that I needed to post, and everything was just going haywire at the time, and it just was going up, but I stayed down, and my mom always supported me, and now we moved into this house. I'm able to pay all of our bills. You know, I'm able to pay my bills, making good money off of doing nails. And then also, I was asked by maybe 8 people to teach classes. I didn't know how to talk to people. I didn't know, not know how to talk to people, but I didn't know how to speak terms of teaching. I cursed like a motherfucker, like, you know, so I'm not thinking that I'm able to teach anybody anything. It was ridiculous. But after the 8th person who asked me, I did a class. And I real nigga shit, well, sorry, not real nigga shit, but real talk, I only did the class because we was going on our trip to Vegas and I needed some money. I needed some money, so I decided to do the class. The first class that I taught had 5 girls in it. And I taught the class for, I taught the class for $250 a person. I think it was $250 a person. Deposit was $80. The kit was lit. The class was lit. And they all said that they would have paid $500, $600 for the class. I did amazing. I was so nervous. I did an amazing job. I was very thorough. And that first class, they gave such great reviews that I posted on my Instagram. More girls started asking me. So that one class that I taught on a whim just to get some money for Vegas turned into, I'm probably at 80 classes that I've taught now. 3 classes that I've taught in New York, and then a class that I taught in Houston. Countless online classes that I have taught. And it has just been very lucrative for me, and I'm appreciative. And I feel like if I would not have stayed down, if I would have quit, if I would not have done if I would not have had a supportive mom, a supportive group of best friends, a supportive family, that I wouldn't have been able to do it. But it's like I had my low days. Like I've been there. I've been there before. Like I wanted to fucking quit. You know, thank God I don't have any kids that I have to, you know, support, because that would, throwing that monkey wrench in the shit would have really, like, it really would have been a Debbie Downer for me. It would have been a discouraging thing because I would have to do what I had to do for my kid. But I thank God that I'm able to be the person that I am today, create the content, create the camaraderie with my clients, the fact that I love my clients so much. They get on my goddamn nerves, but they are my best people. Like, they are the best people in my life. The fact that they want to give me oodles of money to spend time with me and stuff, and, you know, they appreciate me and they keep coming back, like, to the point where it's like every 2 weeks, like every other week, I'm literally doing these ladies' nails. The people who y'all see on Instagram, Betty and Candace and Asia and Shanice and all of my girls, Alante, Juana, Ashley, like everybody who y'all are seeing, like all of my core clients that keep coming back to me all the time. Like the camaraderie that I have with them is why everybody else wants to come to me and get their nails done, because they want to build that relationship with me. And I keep it a buck. I keep it a buck with everybody. All of the ladies that I have taught, everybody. I'm very genuine, and it's because I'm very humble. Like, I don't have a problem with telling anybody my journey. So I felt like making a video is coming on here, you know, as raw as this video is, as long as this video is, that for me to tell everybody, you know, you can do it. If you stay down, you know, going through it. And it's like, even if it's not for nails, like it's for anything. You have to find your groove, stay down. Don't look at these Instagram people and think like, oh, I want to be just like her, because secretly these bitches' nails could be falling off the next fucking day. But of course they're not going to tell you that, or, you know, unless, you know, people are not coming back to them. Like, I have a steady clientele and the proof is in the pudding. That's why I tag my clients in my posts so y'all can see. I have literally been doing Jade's nails since 2015. It's 2020. probably 2014. You know what I'm saying? I tagged them so y'all can see, like, the proof is in the pudding. I am the way that I am because of my clients. The fact that they allow me to be myself, the fact that everybody allows me to be myself, has just been a blessing for me. The fact that I don't have to sugarcoat anything for anybody. And just because I'm come from humble beginnings, like, y'all may see all of the followers and think, like, I don't got $100,000. I got 100,000 followers. I mean, 100,000 followers, but I don't have $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get there because I'm diligent, I'm consistent, and I'm staying down and I'm letting it work for me. And it's like I didn't look to anybody on Instagram or look at the journey that anybody else had and thought that that's what I needed to do. If that was the case, I would still be in a shop, working at a damn shop where I'm unhappy at, abiding by their rules. But I'm my own boss. I didn't let anybody discourage me from doing what I had to do, and I just stayed down and I practiced. I used to sleep. I still sleep, eat, and breathe nails to this day. Everything about me is nails. So, me staying down because that's my passion, like, is definitely taking me this far where I'm at. I get probably about 6 text messages a day asking if I'm taking new clients. I'm not. My clients are coming back and forth to me. Even if I have to cancel, they're pissed, but they'll be the fuck all right. But you know what I'm saying? If I stop doing nails today, they will be at my door begging me to do their nails. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that on no cocky shit. I'm just saying that's how much they love me. That's how much that they want to break bread with me. Every 2 weeks you're spending $100+. That's a bill, and I become a bill to these girls that they are willing to pay, and that's because of how I am with them. Staying down, if you stay down and you practice and you find your groove and you don't let anybody discourage you from doing what you want to do, you can do it. The proof is in the pudding. There's money to be made out there. There is clients to be had. There is stuff. You have to put down your foot, set rules and boundaries for people. I've had people bring dogs to my house. I have people bring their badass kids to my house. I've had somebody just dispute the charges on the card. I've had somebody give me counterfeit money before. I've entered a place, it was a trap when I was traveling to do people's houses. I've seen all types of different women's body parts. I've been left with somebody's kids before. I've seen dildos on the floor. I've done nails on the floor. I've done almost anything that you can think of when it comes to doing nails, and I would not trade my journey for anything in this world. Again, I really think that me becoming successful, or on the road to becoming successful, because I'm not there yet, has come from survival, desperation, and just the need to make sure that me and mine is stable and that we're good. So I'm able to provide for my family, and I'm able to do all of the things that I want to do, and, be honest about the shit. So that's it. Hope this video finds you all well, and I hope it inspires you guys to continue to do what you have to do and strive past it. Another thing that I have been dealing with people is fucking other nail techs hating on me, which I don't understand about. That's coming out of nowhere. I'm guessing because of the fact of me being who I am, the fact that I'm fat and I'm confident in myself. How dare me be fat and confident. The fact that I can post something about a picture about myself and feel good about myself and not let any of these bitches rattle my cages. I've heard the nastiest things come out. Like, I've had the nastiest things told to me that other OG nail techs or other big name nail techs in the city have said about me, and I literally have not said anything about anybody. I don't give a fuck. I'm still, going to pass on and preach on and show camaraderie and love to other nail techs. And I just heard the nastiest things being said, but it's like, my being big has not stopped me, has not that has not like halted my success. Like, despite what anybody may think, I'm self-made. And it's like, if you have anybody who has a problem with the fact of the way that I look, you can literally suck a dick. Like, my mom has always bred into me life that I was beautiful and told me that. And my friends have told me I was beautiful. And my family has told me that I was beautiful. And I believe that I'm beautiful, despite what anybody has to think. And you have to think that way too. Like, God has definitely blessed me with a very strong foundation of people in my life, and a strong mindset too, because if you really sit here and dwell on the fact that people think that you look a certain type of way and they don't like that, you're gonna halt and put a pause to your blessings, and it's gonna make you miserable. And I don't have fucking time for that. I don't know about anybody else, but again, being Instagram popular is not all of that is choked up to be, because it's different trolls and people coming out the woodworks having things to say about you. And sometimes it will take a toll on you. But if you have a strong mindset to know that they're fucking trolls. I just have to think about it like, y'all motherfuckers would not say that shit in my face if you was in my face, you would not say that shit to my face. And the fact that you would not say that shit to my face means a lot. So build your confidence. Your confidence does not come from people around you. It comes from within. And not even, I was blessed to have people to tell me how great, how wonderful, how beautiful, how talented, and things like that. But I've also believed those things. And I exude those things. And hopefully you either have somebody to tell you, and if you're not fortunate enough, tell yourself. You're beautiful, you're talented, you can do it, you're going to get through it, you're going to overcome it, you're going to pay those bills, you're going to get that money, you're going to get whatever it is that you want. The love that you deserve is out there for you. The life of happiness is out there for you, and you just have to tell yourself that, and tell yourself that every day. I hope this video finds you guys well, really do, and that it inspired you guys to keep going and don't stop despite anything. You can do it. Yeah. If you see this video, I don't know what they say on YouTube, click subscribe down below or some shit. Huh? Right. You click and subscribe down one of these. You click and subscribe down below. I'm really gonna try to make more fucking videos. I do not know. But again, sorry about all the cursing. But if you know me and you already know how the fuck I talk, it is what it is. I am Fly9 on Instagram, Fly9 on Twitter, Naya Designs Nails or Naya Nail Designs on Facebook. I don't fucking know. I don't be on Facebook like that. It's Naya Designs Nails.
Yeah.
Naya Designs Nails with 2 S's. I got a Tumblr. I don't fucking know what that shit is. Nobody's used Tumblr in years. But I really do hope this video does its job for you. And if you are discouraged, I don't check my DMs like that, but you can DM me.
She's lying. She don't check them at all.
I check them sometimes.
No. I send you a DM when I'm sitting next to you.
Girl, shut up. Shut up. I will check it sometimes. But I love you guys so much. You can do it. Fuck this pandemic. Fuck Donald Trump. Stay your asses in the house. Social distance. Whatever the fuck. I don't know what else to say. Please let me know if you've watched this video. And I love you. Okay, bye.